This is NFPA LiNK. In this video, I'll walk you through our Notebooks feature. To access Notebooks, you're going to click on the Notebook icon in the navigation bar. This feature allows our users to create structured notebook pages that contain text summaries, images, and checklists all in one place. They're going to be able to add NFPA code references directly to those pages so they can keep their own interpretations, notes, and action items all connected to the source material and be able to move seamlessly between reference and application. So you can see I've already got a couple sample notebooks created, but we're going to go ahead and create a new notebook by clicking Create New Notebook. From here, you'll be able to give your notebook any name you'd like. And then you're going to click Create once you have a name. Now you've got this NFPA LiNK demo notebook created, and you're going to see that I've got the ability to create new pages. Pages are what holds those text summaries, images, checklists, code references. Those are really the meat of the notebook. You can create pages by doing two different ways here. So you can click on Create New Page, or you can click the Create button in the top right. If I click Create New Page, you're going to be able to give your page whatever name you'd like as well. And then you're going to be able to add a thumbnail image to that page. So if you click Add Image, and then select an image from your computer you'd like to use. Once you click Open, that image will load. You'll get a little sample of it. And then once you click Create, it's going to create that notebook page. So you can see now I have demo page 1 created. I can start building out my page. There's kind of 4 main things you can add to a page currently in NFPA LiNK. You can add your own text. You can add an NFPA code and standard reference. You can build your own checklist, and you can import your own images. So if I go back over and I click on my NFPA LiNK demo notebook, you're going to see I've got my demo page here now created with my thumbnail image. I'm going to go ahead and create another page. Click Create. And again, it's going to bring me directly into that notebook page to start working. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to go again back to the main demo page here just to show you a few more quick features. So within your notebook, when you're viewing it, you've got your pages now listed out. You can also come up here and edit your title of your notebook. So if I want to change the title, I can come directly here and edit it. I can also reorder my pages by clicking on them and dragging and dropping them. So if I want demo page 2 to be the first one that shows, I can do that. I can also change how I'm viewing these pages. So I can come over here, I can click on this icon right here to give it in list view, or I can go back to the thumbnail view. Just depends on your preferences on how you want to view the information you put together. Also within here, I can delete pages. So if I want to delete this page altogether, I can do that. Yes, delete it. I can also copy the page and move the page. So if I want to move it to another notebook, or if I want to copy it and paste it in another notebook, I have that capability as well. I'm going to go ahead and click on demo page 1. And anytime you're starting a page from scratch, you're going to see this section that says start building your page. And this is going to give you the building blocks to your page. So you can immediately add a text block, a code reference block, a checklist block, or an image block. I'm going to go ahead and start with text. So once I click on text, it's now created this text box that I can work within and freely type whatever I need. With text, you're going to have all your standard formatting options. Plus, you're going to be able to create formulas and create hyperlinks within these text box. So it should give you enough flexibility to create headings, do summaries, create lists for your page, anything you need to put in of your own text within these pages. Since I'm at the top of the page, I'm going to go ahead and make this a heading. And you'll notice as I'm typing, it's automatically saving what I'm typing. So if I do click out of this box, it's saved everything that I've typed. If I click back in it, I can go ahead and begin editing it again. I can also click this green check done to exit out of the box as well. So now I've got my heading text. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and add a code reference into my notebook page. So I'm going to click this blue plus sign and then go down to code reference. And from there, it's automatically going to open up this reference panel on the right. What I can do is start searching for a publication in order to add a code section into my notebook. So if I click on this Find a Publication, it's going to default and show me all of my favorited publications. This is something I highly encourage our users to do, is favorite the publications that you use the most in your dashboard. That way that feature can be utilized in other places like notebooks so that you can access these documents pretty quickly. But for this example, I'm going to go ahead and search for something that's not in my favorites, NFPA 855. I'm going to add this to my notebook. I'm going to pin it to my notebook, and that allows me to access it more than once. So if I don't want to always search for NFPA 855, I can click this pin, and now it appears in my pinned publications. From here, I can click on this. I can read all of the table of contents here and dive directly into a specific chapter. I'm in chapter 11 for this example. But let's say I actually want to read this a little bit clearer. I can drag this panel wider to have a better view of the content. You can also see it automatically shrinks out my left-hand panel over there. I can also make this shorter. I can pull back my notebooks panel if I like it open. So you've got some design options as well in how you navigate notebooks. So from here, I'm going to want to add to the specific code reference, I want to add all of 11.1. So on 11.1, I'm hovering over it. You can see this blue dotted line hovers around all three of these sections. As I move my cursor, it goes to narrow down just to the subsection. So that's highlighting exactly what you're adding to this notebook. Since I want to add all of 11.1, I'm going to stay up here and I'm going to click this plus icon, and that's going to immediately add that code text to my notebook. So you can see now it exists here, NFPA 855 2026 11.1. I can click done. You can see that code text now lives in my notebook. So let's say now I want to go ahead and add another block to my notebook. I'm going to go ahead and add an image. If I click on image, from here I have the ability to upload an image from my PC. I can click my demo picture, click open, add it to my notebook page. I get a little quick preview panel, click done. It's going to upload that to my notebook, and now I've got it saved within my notebook. From here, I do have the ability to make it small, medium, or large. I can also align it within the notebook itself, and you can replace the image if you'd like. So now I have 3 blocks. Let's say I don't like the order of these blocks. I can also adjust that. I can drag and drop by clicking here, dragging up, and moving it to the top. I can also drag it underneath the heading if I'd like. So you can move these blocks around after you're done adding them to your notebook. Gives you a little bit of flexibility on where you want to put things. In addition, I can also delete blocks, or I can move them to the very top or very bottom. That's these up and down arrows. So if I do that, it'll move it all the way to the bottom of all of my blocks. I can also delete this block from my notebook page and remove it altogether. So lastly, I'll show you how to add a checklist item. So if I go in here and I click the checklist, now I've opened up kind of a free-form checklist editor. So from here, I can literally start typing checklist items. So say you were inspecting something, a piece of equipment. So maybe you want to check for damage or leaks. You want to verify the equipment is working correctly, whatever it may be. So you type out all these different checklist items. You've got the ability to number it. So if you want those numbered, you can do that. You've also got the ability to change it from literally just a check box to statuses. So say I want statuses in here, and I actually want to say that this is pending inspection, this did pass, and maybe the next item failed. You can do that as well. It's all going to save for you. As I uncheck this, you can see I've got this all here in my checklist. I can also add notes to these checklist items. So this little icon on the right here, I can click on that, add a note. So, this one, maybe I noticed cracks and leakage. And then you could say, specifically, maybe this was tied to NFPA 13. And I want to add section 8.1.1 pressure gauges. Maybe it has something to do with that. I can add that as well. Click save. And now you've got your note. You've also got the reference to the code section. So as you're putting together these notes, that's specifically something to do with an NFPA code requirement. You can tie that code reference directly into your checklist, and you can also share all of that with somebody. So for this example, I have a hot work permits notebook page built, and let's say that I want to print it. Well, printing in NFPA LiNK is super easy. At the top of each of your notebook pages, you're going to have a print option. All you do is click that. It's going to open up a web page for you to preview your printed notebook, and then you can select the printer you want to use. You can also save as a PDF by clicking the print button as well. So printing is super easy. Also easy is our share feature. So that is next to print. If I click share, you're going to have two different options for sharing. The first one is to share specifically with individuals. The other one is to give everyone access to your notebook page. So for individuals, all you have to do is go to enter their email address. If you click on that and you're part of a team or enterprise subscription, your team members below will also show up. So if you just want to share with your colleague, it'll pre-populate their email addresses. Let's say I want to share with Angela. I'm going to go ahead and add her, and now she's got access to this shared page. If I no longer want her to have access, I can remove her from the page. I can also click allow copying. Allow copying will give that user the ability to take that notebook page that you shared with them and copy it and paste it into another one of their own notebooks. This is really great for when you want to reuse notebooks, especially checklist. The other option is where everyone has access. So if I click on everyone has access, all I need to do from there is click save. And it's going to create a URL that I can share with people. So I can copy this link, I can paste it in an email or in a chat and send that to users. And basically they'll be able to click on that URL and view that specific notebook page that you shared with them. Once you do share pages specifically with individuals, all of those are going to live, your shared pages that you that someone has shared with you are going to live at the top of your notebook. So you're going to see this shared pages notebook essentially. If I click on that, there's all the pages that have been shared with me from other colleagues. So that's how you're going to access those as an individual. And that's how sharing and printing work in notebooks.